now, ladies and gentlemen, we proudly present a program undefiled, unadulterated, pure, and simply the best 4.5 minutes of your day or evening. It's the Ernesto Durango Show. So, sit back and enjoy. And now, your host, Ernesto Durango.
Hi, this is Michael Crose for Ernesto Durango. The other night I watched a movie that affected me like no movie has affected me in many, many years. It was on HBO. It was called Taking Chance.
Sir, last night I read the DOD announcement about EFC Phelps. I would be honored to escort him home. Being picked up at 6.
Tomorrow morning?
It's a little unusual for an officer to escort a PFC.
Yes, sir, I know that, but I would very much like to do it, sir.
The remains are to travel feet first when being transported from one point to another. At each transfer point, regardless of the mode of transport, you will render honors.
I upgraded you to first class. Thank you for your service.
It's weird though, sir. Like without me telling anyone. They all know.
This one's for the faithless, the ones that are surprised. They're only where they are now, regardless of their fight. This one's for believing, if only for its sake. Come on, friends, get up. I want you to have this. Love is to be
You're his witness now. Without a witness, it just disappeared.
Chance would be so honored knowing such a senior officer brought him home.
In 1968, my brother's best friend, a young man by the name of Michael, was killed in Vietnam. In those days, there was also military escorts that brought the remains back to the family. And in Michael's case, it was a sergeant in the Army who had come along. But things were totally different back then. In those days, it took 2 to 3 weeks to bring back the remains from Vietnam to the family. That was an agonizingly long period of time. Also, it was a different attitude in the country in those days. But still, Michael's escort did what has to be a tremendous job. Not only was he there for the family, but he was there for all of us, Michael's friends. He was also there for veterans groups from World War II who were in attendance, who also had lots of questions. He was there for, everybody that needed him to be there. He performed a tremendous service. I remember it very, very well. What you'll see in this film is the journey of Lieutenant Colonel Michael Strobey of the United States Marines as he escorts the remains of Lance Corporal Chance Phelps, a young Marine who had been killed in hostile fire in Iraq in 2004. You'll see him pick him up at the mortuary and take him across country. You'll see the journey as he goes through airports and deals with not only hearse drivers, but people at the airports, the baggage handlers, the people on the airplane. It's an incredible journey, and it was one of the most moving things that I had ever seen. The part towards the end of the movie where he meets the family for the first time and has the difficult job of handing over the personal effects and talking a little bit about his journey was just incredible to me. I hope you'll try and catch this. If you don't have HBO and you have a friend who does, go over to their house and watch it. I think one of the things that struck me about this movie, and one of the things that I realized after digesting it and thinking about it for a while, was that there was a difference between what happened with the Vietnam returnees that is different than what happened today or what happens today. It's better now, if you can use that term. It should have been that good in the 60s and 70s when our Vietnam soldiers returned the way that young Chance returned. But it's better now, and it's encouraging. I hope you get a chance to watch this film. I'm sure you'll be very, very affected by it, just like I was. For Ernesto, I'm Michael Crose. Have a good day.